Hey everybody, this is EMon Mitchell, the thousandaire maker, coming at you with a quick video on the new economy and talking about the fast food workers that want to raise for, I believe the consensus across the board is like $15 an hour that they want. Now, let me say this first. I've had minimum wage jobs. I've been in education. I've been in real estate, and of course now I do Solvay. I mean, I've done other things. I've had more jobs than I think I probably had over 20 jobs. I think, But one thing I think that a lot of people don't understand, and I'm not talking about the way things should be, but the way things are, at least from my opinion. Now, this is my opinion. It is not meant to offend anyone. I'm just stating facts. If you want to disagree, you can leave it in the comments below. What I found, and I actually learned this concept from Jim Rome, is that you're pretty much compensated monetarily for the value that you bring to the marketplace. What that means is this: your skills determine how much money you make. I have a few friends actually who are in the medical profession. I don't have a clue on how to do that stuff, and both of them make a decent living from what I see. Most people don't have those skills. Most people don't go into the medical field. Look at professional athletes. People always say, well, why do professional athletes make more than teachers and they make all these millions of dollars? Not all of them. Remember that now. Not all of them, just some of them. Those professional athletes are not a dime a dozen, a lot of them. Okay? You're talking about running like 40 yards in like 4 seconds and stuff like that. You know, a 4.40, I think is the term. I'm not a big sports person. Okay, the average person is not going to do that. They have a particular skill set. And that skill set appeals to a lot of people. What's the value that they're bringing is that they entertain people. And we all know entertainment is not lacking. Okay, people love watching sports and these actors, okay, and all that type of stuff. They have a particular set of skills. They can act. People will pay to see them. Millions of dollars. See, so you have to look at it. Why would a movie producer or a movie studio pay Will Smith $20 million to be in a movie? Because if they put Will Smith in that movie, there's a chance they could make $500 million. So if you're looking at $500 million versus $30 million, that's a drop in the bucket. Of course, I'll pay you $500 if I can make $500 million and I only have to pay you $30. You know, let's take it down the scale for somebody who can't necessarily comprehend that. Would you give someone $30 with the possibility of making $500? I would, and I'm not even the one doing the work. I'm just putting the money up. You're going to do all the work, and we'll distribute it or whatever. Things are going to take place, and then all of a sudden, I have $500 for not working. It's about leverage. So when I see the fast food employees, some of them, I guess, not all of them, they're saying, hey, you need to give us more money. You need to, give us this $15 an hour wage. See, the thing is, the reason they're not compensated for that is because there's a glut of people who can do what they do. There's no shortage of high school kids, college kids. Just about the mass number of Americans can work in a fast food capacity. I'm not talking about in a managerial sense, but just maybe working a register or working drive-through. When I worked for Sonic drive-in, so I used to make drinks and take money. That's pretty much it. I think a 15-year-old could do that. I was in high school at the time. A lot of people can do that. And see, something else a lot of people have to keep in mind too is that in this global economy that we're in, you see, I could go for certain automated tasks. I can get somebody in India to work for $1 an hour, and they can do anything that I need them to do on a computer. I could hire somebody for $1 an hour to run my Facebook, answer all my emails, handle all my marketing online, and they would do it. You don't believe me? Go to www.odesk.com or go to www.elance.com. People in Pakistan, India, the Philippines, they will do it with a smile on their face for $1 an hour. How does America compete with that? You can't, okay? And that's partly because their cost of living is so much lower than ours. But at the same time, it's hard to compete against cheap labor. So for these fast food workers, they're saying, okay, we want $15 an hour. And I'm not saying, the corporations are saintly and, you should be thankful to have a job. But what I am saying is for those employees, to me, take a look at your skill set and ask yourself, am I replaceable? I want $15 an hour, but would somebody else be willing to do this job for $8 an hour? Okay? And it's the same job. Now, we're talking about the same job. No extra duties, no nothing. The exact same job. You want 15, but there's about 10 other people that'll say $8 an hour. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll do that. What you need me to do? So, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's what it is from what I see. And when we talk about skill sets, the skill set that I've learned is put more money in my pocket in a good way than any other thing that I know how to do, because I have a degree. I have an English language and literature degree, and other stuff. But learning how to sell stuff has put more money in my pocket with the least amount of effort than anything else I've ever done. Learning to sell, learning to find something someone wants and give it to them. It could be on eBay, Solvay, another marketing company I was with. Learning to sell stuff has, without a doubt, I would say that's probably the most valuable skill in the world, because there's really no limit on your income. You may be a professional athlete, but your body isn't going to last forever. You may be a doctor, but eventually you're going to want to. A lot of doctors are time broke. They have, they're spending hours and hours and hours at the hospital or whatever. And hey, you're making good money, but a lot of your time is spent at work. Learning to sell stuff, especially if you have a vehicle that's going to pay you on a residual basis, you're talking about selling, a few things, and those checks keep coming in. So that's what I love about Solvay, is, learning to just, do the direct sales thing, sell stuff, and the money keeps coming in. So that's just my little take on it. So I don't think it'll go anywhere. I hope those people, to me, my advice, if someone was saying, well, I'm in that boat, I have a minimum wage job and I do want to make more money, don't look at somebody else to make you rich. Don't look at your employer and say, hey, I need a raise. You need to give me a raise. I got bills to pay. Instead, look in the mirror and say, what can I do to increase my income? One time I worked for a guy, and then I'll shut up because this video's going long enough. But one time I worked for a guy, and he paid me minimum wage, and I felt like I didn't. I felt like what I was doing warranted more than minimum wage, and I left. Because I was just like, this ain't it. This is not, what I'm doing. I'm not, But I didn't look at him and say, hey, can I have a raise? I said, well, I'm going to take matters to my own hands, and I left that place. And I like to think I do a little better. I make a lot more now. But see, I had to step out on faith and step out on the fact that, look, I can do this. I'm not going to look this man in his face and say, you need to pay me more. Now, you can do that. It may work. But for the average person, and that's the thing, he replaced me very quickly. So that tells you something right there. All right? So with that being said, folks, I'm here at the Guitar Center. I'm going to go play some piano a little bit. And if you're not in Solvay, join Solvay at www.mobilecastnow. You can't understand what I'm saying. Hold on. Alright. If you're not in Solvay, join Solvay at www.mobilecashnow.info. You're more than welcome to check out the other great training and tips on this page. And there's Guitar Center. I'm going to go in here and have a little fun, play some piano. And it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, Labor Day weekend. Why not? You guys take care. Let me hurry across the street. You guys have a good one and take care.